Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for December 18th, 2024. This is for Taurus. Last shuffle coming out for Taurus. Let's see what's going on. So Taurus, what we have is true love and we have increase. And so Taurus, true love and increase tells me that there's going to be a lot of of opportunities for unconditional love, or for you to understand your life, your path, your purpose in a better way. Something may revolutionize when it comes to the way that you experience other people's energy when you, in general, right? It seems as though people, it's like they're still doing the same thing, or people are still acting the same way, or people are still um, mm, they're still defensive, and now you understand them better. There's something about understanding them better and celebrating who they are, celebrating who you are, realizing that there's something about them. You know, when you misunderstand other people, or you feel defensive around other people, or whatever the case is. I know Dr. Phil said this one time, that there's something about that guy that I don't like about me. And I know that other people have said that phrase in different ways before, because there's nothing new under the sun. But he's the one I remember saying it, because he's so funny when he says stuff. He always has some crazy little saying that you'd be like, man, that is hilarious. But wow, deep, right? But Three of Cups, over this whole reading, speaks so much about the other people in your life and the sadness that other people are going through as well as you. And what you may recognize in others is the same thing that you may be going through. And that alone expands your understanding of people, brings about a kindred unconditional love for others. The Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and Page of Swords is watching people and realizing what their triggers are, realizing also too that their burdens are also the same as yours. Like you guys are having, of course, right? Both of our stomachs hurt. We both need to eat. And of course, I'm just being mundane about this, but it could be a multitude of things that you may notice about people, and it's like a eureka moment. Like, wow, we are pretty much twins in a lot of things. You might see that you and other people have so much more in common than you thought. You may have been kind of like closed off to them, choosing a different path than them. But now observing people, your energy should be in a place of observing others, but from a place of just like, I'm curious and I just want to really understand them, rather than take offense to them or feel burdened by them. Because sometimes you may absorb their energy, you may absorb other people when you're around them and they're acting a certain way. It may actually hit you differently now than it did before. They're telling you that your future, you may see something in them, like they're all they're seeing in their life is burden. And Spirit is asking you to say to yourself, whenever you start to feel like you're taking on too much of their energy, say something like, my future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. What I see in my future is what it will be. Think of the ideal projection of what you would like for your life to be, and keep that at the forefront of your mind. They're saying that that endings are inevitable. You won't always be depressed. You won't always be burdened and heavy laden emotionally, or heavy laden in general. And it's difficult for you to see things clearly because of the disappointments that you have faced. That this will not last. Endings are always inevitable. The gray will clear, right? The gray skies will clear. The sun has to come out. The sun is the only constant. You know what I mean? Every day the sun shines, whether there's cloud cover or not. It's shining. Um, the spirit wants you to be very clear about what you want, and to put action to your goals, because you can make them a reality, or you will. So it's so important here to be observant of others. For some reason, they really want you to pay attention to this, pay attention to what people's triggers are, why they're so defensive, because there's some kind of key element in that. Like, the people that we choose to be around are the people that resonate with us in energy, even if it's negative. Sometimes you will have friends and we're like, someone's like, oh, well, that friend is such a da 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 da. And it's like, well, there's something about that person that we share something together, even if it's the shadow energy, we share it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just important that we're all self-aware. It truly is so important that we all are self-aware. The majority of our problems are us being delusional or in denial about our situation, right? And only focusing on the positive. You have to focus on every aspect of everything. Like, there's nothing wrong with being depressed. It's not to say what's wrong with it is staying in a certain energy when we're meant to change, we're meant to evolve, we're meant to grow. And so sticking to something, staying in a certain space is the only issue. And it's not even like a bad thing. It's bad for you because your spirit is meant for something more. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing that song. We were meant for so much more, but we lost ourselves. Oh my gosh, that song used to bring me to tears when I was a teenager. My gosh, I used to watch it before school, watch MTV before school. You know, back before you could like choose what you were watching, like choose your programming. You didn't have a choice. And that song used to come on. I'd be like going to school, like I'm going to be something. I'm laughing because you have to laugh to keep from crying. That's how I do. The increase with judgment, Page of Cups, is speaking a lot about there's an increase in realizing that it doesn't take much effort if you really look at it, right? Changing your life, your passion being ignited for manifesting your wildest dreams, right? And saying to yourself, my future is an ideal projection of what I envision now, right? Being clear about what you want, putting action to your goals. You don't have to put forth so much effort. It doesn't take much. Like speaking of depression, right? In order to get out of depression, it doesn't require swallowing your sandwich whole without chewing. You take tiny bites, right? And it's like 1% is better than no percent. Little effort, right? You get up in the morning and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get out of the bed and I'm just gonna take this cup from my nightstand and bring it to the sink. That's enough. Making some small improvements. It doesn't always require this big overhaul project. And so the Page of Cups sometimes, usually, it's a breadcrumber, but or putting in, speaking bigger than they can act. I'm promising so much, but I can only do this. But they're saying that small repetitive actions are lead up to a big thing. It does lead to progress. Queen of Swords, Emperor with higher self is speaking about that you getting to a better place is up to you. It's on you. Be clear about what you want. The Queen of Swords is clear as crap about what she wants, and so is the Emperor. The Emperor is the Emperor because he's always been clear. He's the son of the morning. He wakes up before everybody else and gets stuff done, right? And so your higher self is telling you that you've got the mind, you've got the intelligence, you've got the clarity, and it doesn't take much to get to a better place. It could, literally just something very small. I don't know why I'm feeling so. Who is going through this because the emotions are killing me. Oh my goodness, I don't know, but there's someone that is needing to lighten up, and I don't. They're speaking a lot about mood swings. I'm seeing the angel number is 1414, and they want you to focus on your needs, your desires, and your hobbies when you see that number. Okay, if you're looking at military time, you might see this twice a day. Once a day rather. But you might run into this number, and if you do, this is spirit telling you, please lighten up. And it breaks down to the singular digit one. So even if you see a one, right? Um, it's important that everything is possible if you see things from a lighter space. You'll be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend. Because I'm seeing new Ace of Wands here. In addition to the family for some of you, good vibes will speed up any process that you're going through. Good vibes, small steps. Okay. I know I went through some stuff myself, and I tell you, the only thing that got me through at certain points was just that I have a cup of coffee, and then I get up and be like, all right, I can. After going 10 years without coffee at all, and then realizing that you know what I mean. I need to just make small efforts to get myself together, because I went through a depression. I went through depression twice in my life, and as a teenager, and poetry got me and music got me out of it. The first, when I was a teenager, and then as I got older, what got me through was music and tarot. I'm not even kidding. Healed me. And music. I said music again. I love music. Music is the only sometimes. Woo. But travel with Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups, right? It's telling me that um, there's something about you forgiving the past, not necessarily forgiving the past, but well, the past with the travel. But this is about seeing hope after feeling hopeless. Okay, and you may realize that there are so many people in your shoes. Sometimes that is very helpful to see. And I know that that sounds terrible because I used to feel bad about that when I used to say that to people. I'm like, there's people that are, I'm not alone in my sadness, right? And that's sad because you don't want anyone to feel the way you felt at all. I don't want anybody to feel what I felt. I'm telling you now, if I could change that for anybody, I would suck it up because that is it's terrible to feel that way. But there's something about recognizing these things in other people and seeing that it's seeing the mirror, seeing yourself in others and going, wow. And on the outside looking in, you can see exactly what they need to do to make life better, or you can see what they would need, like the things that could change that would lighten them up, and then apply that to yourself. You might be like, oh, the real issue is XYZ, and then spirit's like, well, look at you, right? It's time for you to sing while you're cleaning. It's time for you to dance uh while you're in the shower. It's time for you to you know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Whistle while you work. And realize that all you have to do is be clear about what you want. If you want life to lighten up, you want things to be happier, you want to celebrate, send that out to spirit, because this can, you know what I mean? I see happiness for you, but I also see this gray energy that kind of symbolizing that endings are inevitable, that this will end. This will soon pass. This will pass. I just want to leave that with you. This feels so personal that I can't even take the emotions. You could be dealing with an Aries main sign. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You could be an Aries, Taurus cusp, or a Taurus, Gemini cusp. We have Gemini, Cancer cusp, a Libra, Scorpio cusp, or Pisces, Aries, or Aquarius, Pisces cusp. If you're not dealing with these signs, which you don't have to be, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.